This is the Malcontent News Police Department. We are sorry for the interruption, but we have a liberal agenda. There are people in this group who are chuds and do not believe in wearing masks or basic rights and privileges to their fellow human beings. They have done awful things like try to overthrow the government. We are sorry for this interruption, but the news broadcast shall continue. I'm channeling DJ Elrad from the Seattle Police Department. Let me know how I did over in the comments. The comments. Tucker Carlson is a chud.
Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers.
These are chuds.
Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers.
And Tucker Carlson appeals to chuds.
Chud. It's a cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dweller.
His outrageous style on Fox has made him the most watched show on Fox News, which should tell you something about his audience. But on April 26, he changed his tactics. Instead of telling people what he thought, he told people to start to act.
We did give in. This grotesque version of Halloween went on for more than a year, and it's still going on. Not even Tony Fauci still pretends that masks are medically necessary. Instead, masks are purely a sign of political obedience, like Kim Il-sung pins in Pyongyang. We wear them because we have to. The only people who wear masks voluntarily outside are zealots and neurotics. How neurotic are they? Well, we know. A Pew survey from last March found that 64% of white Americans who classify themselves as liberal or very liberal have been diagnosed with an actual mental health condition. And you see them everywhere when you walk down the street in any major city. If you dare to go on foot from Union Station to the Capitol, for example, in Washington without wearing a mask, angry Biden voters will snort at you in judgment. How could you? They're saying from behind the gauze. How could you? That's the question we should be asking of them in return. The rest of us should be snorting at them first. They're the aggressors. It's our job to brush them back and restore the society we were born in.
I got something I want to tell you, Jennifer, while I snort at you in my disregard of your mask-wearing ways.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
I can't, I'm frozen, I think. I'm stuck. We're all frozen.
So,
okay.
I
can't not laugh when I see his face because his face is so stupid it makes me laugh. And has anybody noticed his attention to his spray tan after Donald Trump became president? He's getting progressively more orange, and it's like there's no tone. It's like all the same tone. How the hell can you take that dude seriously? I can't not bust into laughter when I look at his face. I'm sorry.
Loompa, doopity doo. What kind of happens when you go spew? Look, Jennifer, his words in itself are dangerous, right? Because he's like, you should go out and he actually drilled down further, but I didn't want to platform him beyond that. Right? Because you need to go out and confront people. Well, last night at 8:45 p.m. on 42nd Avenue, New York City, between 9th and 10th. If you're not familiar with that area, that's Hell's Kitchen. That is like 1.5 blocks away from Times Square. This is one of the safest places in all of New York City. Tucker Carlson got his wish. This is a tough video to watch.
A seemingly random attack against a person of Asian descent in the city. The woman, who did not want to be identified, says she sensed something was wrong as she and a friend walked along West 42nd Street between 9th and 10th Avenues around 8:45 Sunday night. The 31-year-old says she was trying to get around a woman who had been acting erratically, who then told her to take off her mask before hitting her with a hammer.
I live here 2 years. I never faced this kind of thing.
So far, no immediate surveillance images of this attack, but similar ones have become a familiar sight on the news.
Jennifer, you're not walking around the sidewalk with a hammer telling people to take their masks off unless you have a freaking agenda.
Yeah. Why do you keep giving me stories that I can't respond to because they're just so insane?
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
I mean, at best case scenario, the best we can hope for. This was an Asian hate crime. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. That's terrible that's as good as it gets. That's
at worst, Tucker Carlson is accessory to assault.
He should be. Yeah. That's disgusting. Yeah, no, you're looking for trouble if you're carrying a hammer around. I have never been so fervent about a cause that I felt it necessary to pack a hammer with me places and threaten people if they did not agree to the terms of the cause that I'm so fervent about. That's lunacy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is just disgusting. And Tucker Carlson should be held accountable. I'm not trying to cancel Tucker. Just like the person at Chocolati got fired for not wanting to sell chocolate to a Seattle police officer. There were logical consequences for their actions. I'm not a hypocrite in my views. I have a it goes the way for peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It goes across the board. So Tucker Carlson should have logical consequences. But of course, Fox News isn't interested in doing that happen because he's a big fat ratings draw.
Yep, exactly.
And because of capitalism, Jennifer, because the powers that be at Fox News don't want Tucker's audience going to Newsmax or OAN.
Seize the means of production, people.
It wouldn't be a show. We wouldn't have a show if you didn't say that at least once. All right, brief pause for the cause. We're going to go to our last story. We have a lot of news tonight.
Yes.
Hi, Malcontents. I'm David, the Malcontent, and I'd like to talk to you for a moment about supporting independent media. When you support us, you help us bring the before, during, and after. You help us defend the First Amendment. You help us amplify BIPOC and LGBTQIA voices, and you help us hold leaderships at a local, state, and federal level accountable. None of this would be possible without support by viewers just like you. When you become a patron for as little as $5 a month, you help buy technology, safety equipment, and help cover travel expenses so that we can continue to bring you news that you trust. If you can't become a patron, you can do a one-time donation on Venmo, and your dollars will go to the exact same causes. With your continued support, we can continue to amplify BIPOC and LGBTQIA voices while showing the truth on what is happening in the world around us. Once again, thank you.